Hey, while we're waiting, I mean, I don't know if we're still live or not, but who was the numbers lady that we used to know? Or you guys know? That's in the numbers, big time.
Numbers?
Yeah, you know, like 111, 333. You know, all the.
Well, I know Stephanie says she does, but.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're talking about Marie D. Jones, I think.
Oh, yeah, she's got the book on it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, she does that.
Hang on, I'm trying to look.
Can everybody still hear us?
That's how I'm finding out. Trying to find out.
It's going so good.
Yeah, it was actually, I can see everything. I can see our feed live and everything. It says we're online, but maybe we still are. Okay, keep talking. I have no clue. This is bizarre.
Sounds good.
So we talk about certain subject matter or certain topics. Yeah, David said he can hear us good. All right, thanks, David. I can't see us, but
tonight I really wanted to show that video of that was captured here close to home.
Yeah.
But
how close?
Very close. We'll just have to worry about that and show it some.
But I seen like 2 seconds of it. You're gonna make me wait?
Yes, sir. I ain't telling you.
I'm laughing at Carl.
I'm not telling you.
They said they can see us. He said Jason's doing a single malt.
Single malts.
Yeah. So they can see you online here drinking your beer. So no, it says we're good. Let's keep rolling then.
All right.
You know what? Since we're up and down, who gives a shit? We're going to show the video. We can see it on our end. Why not?
No, because everything I see is completely frozen.
You're frozen?
On our side and their side is frozen.
Really? I'm looking right at it. I can see everything moving. I see you waving your hands. I know it's hard to believe you're talking with your hands, Jason, but
I know. But
I can see you on.
Yeah, all I see is my phone call picture moving. That's it.
No, I'm watching the live feed on Facebook on my.
Yeah, go ahead.
We're good.
Go ahead.
All right.
If it's working, you go ahead and you play it.
We're gonna try it.
I've seen it 100 times.
Dan flashed for a minute there, not the good kind. He went to the blue screen for a minute. Now he's back. So I don't know what happened, but I can see you guys just fine, and I can see it on the screen just fine. So we're rolling live. Let's do this.
You play it, and then I'll explain everything about it.
Oh well, thank you, Cindy.
I'll watch it later.
Cindy says we're moving and we're looking good.
Okay.
Holy crap! All right, we're gonna show this video here. We'll show it first, and then we'll kind of go over it here. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna cue it up here and make sure the right. What?
I want everybody to watch it and then kind of give your input because I know the actual details about everything of it. So I want to know what everybody thinks.
Okay, I'm going to show the original video first, and then I went through and kind of did some editing to it after the fact. This is the original video that was sent to Jason, and we'll just play it. Give me 1 second here to cue it up, and here we go.
Hi. The last time. There
Nothing.
it is.
Is it there? Oh, it's there.
Oh my gosh. What's happening?
Sorry, I'm laughing at people.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I think I know what's going on. The military's out here watching.
Can't
That's
hear
why
it.
those jets are out here. The military's tracing them.
Yeah, you don't want to hear it anyways.
Oh, dude, we're catching it on
I hear it.
video. Woo! Did I think it was a fireball.
Hear the people screaming?
Fireballs?
Not yet.
It's either flak from a plane or they're aliens of some kind.
That's aliens. Definitely UFO material because we have totally unidentified. Those are fireballs. What kind of fireballs? Like this is like fireworks? Oh my gosh, it looks like fireworks.
All silent.
Hi.
Silent to you.
Oh, here it is.
Is it playing?
Yeah, it is. I can watch it. You not see the screen?
What's
Here.
happening?
Our screen and their screen is all frozen.
Okay, I think I know.
I see no movement from anywhere.
Okay, hang on.
The military's tracing
I'm
them.
gonna turn it
So
off.
don't worry about it. You know, I mean,
People at home can see that. Hang on, let me look real quick.
as long as everybody else is good, I'm good.
Let me try one more video of it, different angle of it. Hang on. We'll see if this one's better. I know it's hard to see because of the fact of what it looked like. We'll try this again here. It's a black screen for a minute.
There it is.
But there's something in the middle of the black screen.
Two. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. What's happening? What are oh
I can see it on the screen, Jason.
Okay, I think I know what's going on. The military's out here watching them. That's why
We're
the
just
jets are out
frozen
here. The
from
military's tracing them.
Hang on.
Oh, dude, we're catching
You're
on
good. Don't worry about it.
video. Whoa! Did I think those are fireballs. Are those fireballs, Dad?
It's either flak from a plane or they're aliens of some
They
kind.
may
That's
come in.
aliens. Yeah, those are definitely UFO.
They can
material,
see it,
because
people
we
said.
have totally
on.
unidentified. Those are fireballs. What kind of fireballs? Like this is like
Will you see
fireworks?
this, Cindy?
Oh my
Hang on.
gosh, it looks like fireworks.
What is
They can hear it too, I'm sure.
Are you filming?
I'm
I can
filming.
hear
Oh
it.
gosh, he's filming.
You can actually hear it.
Dude, I'm totally. This is bad.
Weird, I can't hear it.
Yeah,
Well, whatever.
That is.
All right, we're going back here. Give me a second. I think you guys lost the ability to see. 1 second. I'm gonna add you guys back in. Okay, you guys good?
Black screens. Oh, oh.
Okay.
Hey, it's working again.
Okay.
So, Dan, did you see the video at all?
No,
Okay. Let me do this real quick here.
I really want to drink a beer and get drunk now because I can't see shit.
Here, I'll just play it.
Stop.
I'll play it real quick for Dan. So you can see behind the scenes. Can you see my screen? People-
Yes.
Okay, hang on. Let's see if this works. Okay, it's playing now for us behind the scenes. Sorry guys at home, we're trying to see that right there.
No. It's black. Oh, I see.
You have to look close. Hang on, it gets better. It'll get better. Sorry people at home, the guys are trying to see. It's right there now. My arrow is. It'll get better here, right there. Right here gets better. Hang on, I'm killing that because I just lost the guys here. 1 second. I just lost Jason and them. 1 second here, guys. That's why they're frozen on the screen. I apologize. It's government trying to get them. Let me relaunch this real quick. Maybe this will be better for him. I laughed because Jason was getting close to his camera. For some reason I lost Jason and then 1 second. Let's see if I can get them back on screen. They're coming slowly but surely. You guys there?
Yeah.
I see Dan. There we are. You good?
I'm good.
Okay. You guys are smart.
I'm staring at myself, but I can hear everybody.
You weren't talking. That's why I didn't know. Okay. Oh, hold on. You're staring at stuff that I haven't shared my screen with you. Hang on. God dang. Okay. Now we're back. Okay. That was weird. They thought, David said they thought you were posing for the ladies because you guys were in funny poses when it froze on you guys. So. Okay. So you kind of saw the video, Dan, a little bit. I know Jason knows what the video is about. People at home saw it just fine. Carl said he touched your nose on you were frozen, Jason. So, all right, Jason, tell us the backstory with this video. Clearly, there was a couple of things in the sky that they witnessed.
All right, what's everybody think so far?
I don't know. Nobody said anything.
Okay.
Nothing yet.
Cool.
They said they saw the video, so
But did they see what the lights were?
people at home, viewers at home, could you guys see what that video was? I know you heard it.
Maybe, maybe not.
They're not saying anything quite yet. They're still talking about your nose.
Okay, so Dan, you saw the lights.
Yes.
Okay. What the hell's wrong with my nose?
No, you had leaned into the camera like this, and you froze.
Yeah,
So you got close so they could touch your nose.
I was just trying to see the damn video. That was taken in 2016. They were a group of friends of mine were outside, out in the country where they live, just having a good time. And they started seeing some strange lights in the sky, and it was bubbling. It was moving about, and it was flashing here, and then all of a sudden flashing here, and then going back. It almost as if it was on a structure. Now, some people were saying how, well, that could be, jets, hit flares or something. Well, for one thing, they didn't hear anything. There's no planes. It was staying pretty stationary, and she kept trying to zoom in with her phone. Now, can you all hear me still?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so the fact that they were seeing it and they were having a good time watching it and everything and zooming in and trying to film it, she got online, and this is 2016. She went online and on Facebook, and she saw that there's several people within the area that was reporting this and saying they were seeing it too. And this actually, she had a friend that was out, I think, 50, 60 miles away that actually said, hey, earlier we saw some lights up in the sky that was really weird. They were kind of like bubbling here and then over here and go back, and nobody was hearing anything. They have seen that since then 2 more times, and is
That's right.
Jesus. You okay?
Bless you. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
So, the last time they actually saw this was 2 months ago.
Saw the same lights.
Same thing, same scenario, same thing up in the sky. And again, no sound, no jets, no planes. There's no planes with how they had the beacon lights on planes and stuff.
Right.
None of that. No fighter jets screeching across the sky or anything. This is silent up there. It looked like stars, and then it just started bubbling here, and it just kept repeating.
See, and
So,
Carl mentioned it said it didn't look like flares, maybe a flashlight. The thing is, though, the flashlight you should
This is way up in the sky.
right.
This was up there as if it was a star.
See, you don't see any trail though. That's you would be able to see. Well, I say you probably if you're actually there, you would be able to see the trail, the light trail from your Earth to up in the sky, and it'd have to be a pretty high-powered flashlight to do that. I know it's possible.
I asked them, though. No flashlights, no spotlights, no
Right.
nothing like that. They were
Right.
just out and about, out in the country, and they happened to look up, and in the stars, they could see this bubbling in the sky.
And see, even the husband mentioned in the video, I know you couldn't hear it very well, maybe Dan, you heard it. He was talking about, well, it could be what fighter jets do. When they're in battle, engaged, they throw out flasks behind them that throws the heat-seeking missiles off of them as a deterrent. Well,
I've seen that before, too, and that doesn't match it.
that's just it, because they're moving in circles around each other. I know it's hard to see in the beginning, but towards the end of the video, it's a little brighter and clearer because I think the focus worked better. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. Okay, we're good. I thought they said they couldn't hear us, but they can hear us still. So at the end of the video, the husband's trying to explain that this is maybe the flash like we talked about. But yeah, this doesn't look like that at all because they're stationary to a degree, but they're moving around each other. I have no clue what it is.
And like I said, there was no jets flying across the sky or anything because they were up there watching. It wasn't an airliner. It wasn't anything like that. And it's happened 2 other times. And as late as just 2 months ago.
Right. Carl brings an interesting point. He says it's hard to tell from the video. He says he has no reference as to the height from where they're filming to the ground. You know, which you're right. You're
I
right.
had to, right, I know. And talking to Misty, a friend of mine,
Uh huh.
it's as if you're, staring kind of up at your wall and ceiling just a little bit in your house,
Right.
just kind of up at angle between the wall and the ceiling, just kind of looking up. So, like you're looking off in the distance to the stars,
Gotcha.
and they could see it.
Is it the Misty I'm thinking of? Blonde Misty?
Oh, you never met her.
Okay. I didn't know if it was because I think there was a girl named Misty. That I met
No,
one
she's
time.
brand new with this at work.
Gotcha. Oh, at work. Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was trying to figure out, just from a credibility standpoint, if it was the Misty I was thinking of, I would have said, "Oh, I can vouch for her," but I don't know that Misty quite yet. So, but yeah, I would like to know. Did she happen to film the second time? Do you know?
No, they happen so quickly and kind of unexpectedly that they didn't get a chance to. But if it's happening quite often, she said they're going to keep on keeping an eye out for it and see if they can film it again.
How is it from a standpoint? Could we ever go out there and possibly witness this from
Oh,
our own?
anytime.
Okay.
Anytime. It's a matter of, like, we don't know when it's going to happen.
Well, yeah,
So-
I mean, but we won't know until we go out there and try to
Right.
look for it and film possibly. Because if this thing is real, and it is what it could possibly be. I mean, UFO or whatever or something. They should know.
Well,
These
and
beings should know.
kind of going into that whole aspect, her son, and husband actually saw while they were driving home at some other point in time between 2016 and now, they saw a craft that looked like a train
Out in the same area or nearby.
just on their way home.
Hmm.
The same, not the same exact spot in the sky, but
Right.
they saw it on their way home.
How far is it from Wichita here, roughly?
It's Augusta.
Oh, you did say Augusta to me one time. I forgot. That's right. It's on the edge of Augusta at a farmhouse, right?
Augusta. Yep, out in
That's
Augusta.
intriguing. Now, granted, we're close to a military base, McConnell. I mean,
Right.
but
The
I
thing is that these lights weren't going like shooting across the sky. They weren't doing anything. So McConnell doesn't have any airplanes stationed there. They only have refuelers,
right,
and they have to fly. They fly forward. This wasn't a helicopter. This wasn't, like I said, they didn't hear anything in the sky. There wasn't any shape that they could make out of.
yeah,
It was like staring straight out into the distance, right up. And I know it's hard to
no, that's fine.
say space value of like distance and stuff, but if you just went outside and looked straight up into the sky, not up like that, but if you just look forward and kind of up a little ways, it
Right.
was off in this matched with the stars, and then she tried to zoom in on the video.
Well, the thing is, you can't see stars on there, and
Right, you can't even see
because of the depth, that's one thing to take into consideration. The stars are hard to see, even though we can go outside with the naked eye and look. You can't see them on film as well with that type of camera or phone or cell phone. Not as easy.
Yeah.
Because I've tried filming simple things as the sun or the moon, or
Right.
like during certain times of like certain phases, and it's hard to. You can't get a good clear. What you're seeing with your naked eye, you can't see on film camera in your own lens for some reason. Probably because of the way it's. I don't know the depth of it maybe or whatever. One thing Carl asked, he said, does it always happen at the same general time? Is it a certain time it happens or just randomly?
I have no idea. At
Oh.
night.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know either. That's a good question. I never thought to ask you. I would like to ask her, and just find out what kind of what's happening at the time and whatnot. Would you say, Jason? Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. I think it's just random times in the evening.
Gotcha.
They've gone. They've seen that.
And the thing I like about this video is they don't live in city, right? They live on a farm outside of Augusta, correct?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a farm. It's just
Or outside of
out
city
in the
limits.
country, near the country area.
So you wouldn't get any kind of interference from like city lights. You could see clear out.
Right.
That's what I was alluding to. There's no
Yeah,
interference.
it's up in the sky, not down below near trees or anything. This is up in the sky, not way above them or anything. It's just way out there.
Right. No, I like it from a different type of standpoint. It's something we've never I mean, we've had our own experiences, but we've never.
Well,
Go ahead, sorry.
I'm just saying, I've seen videos from, documentaries and TV that show almost the same exact thing that she's seen.
Right. No, I have too. Like I
So,
said, it's a different type of movement. That's what I like about it because it's not just like I said, it's not stationary. Two things side by side. It kind of rotating. Once again, what I would do, like Carl's asking, I'd bring out a laser. I'd bring out a high-powered flashlight. I'd bring all this stuff out to try to see if we could recreate it or debunk it, for that matter. I'm not questioning. Do
I
what?
could probably say that flashlights are not going to do a damn thing.
If you get a high-powered flashlight, you could maybe. I'm just saying you. But the thing is, when we're there, we could see the trail from the flashlight to the air. I'm curious to see what it looks like on video, and I would like to see her phone and see if we can't shoot the same type of video. It's just some experiments I'd like to try to see what we can find out.
2016, I think this is a different phone that she has now. She just kept
Gotcha.
with it.
Even still, though, we can try with our own phones and just run some tests and some experiments. It's crazy. I mean, you never know. I mean, I'm not refuting the video. I'm not, whatever. It's intriguing to me. I would like to see it first. I would like to witness it. Number one. Number two, I'd like to test it and see what we can, find out about these lights.
I mean, we can go out to the country anytime and
Right.
just check it out and stuff.
Oh, we will. It's on our
Because
list.
who knows? This could be happening every single night. It may be just once a year. Who knows?
That's a good point too. What Carl said, he was asking these questions because back when Sputnik was launched, dang Carl, you're old. I'm just kidding, I'm joking. I'm kidding. You could see. He said you could see it dance across the night sky because of the atmospheric conditions. It would just jump around, which makes sense. I know that's the first thing people think about. Is it a satellite I'm seeing? Is it an airplane? Is it whatever? That's a good point that he brought up, though. I mean.
I thought Sputnik was just shooting across the sky like I've seen videos. I've seen satellites in the sky too before, and they just shoot across the sky. They're not jumping around.
The behavior looks different. Yeah, definitely looks different.
Satellite just goes across the sky. That's how I've seen it. Just nice and smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been out in the country in Missouri, and I've seen satellites going across.
Right. And I've seen the airplane lights clear up in the sky, jetliner lights that you see them blinking way up there, and it's like, oh, what am I looking at? That looks unusual, but then you look, and sure enough, it's an airplane. But these are side by side, and like I said, they're almost on top of each other, next to each other. Airplanes won't do that because, I mean, the danger factor, number one, they wouldn't be flying that close in a circle pattern, mind you. I don't know what I'm staring at. I don't know, Dan, do you have any comments on this, what you think, or?
Well, yeah, I mean, about the colors, I could not see that being a flashlight. So, but it would be fun to go out there and try. Jeremiah actually had basically the same experience heading to your house one evening. So, and kind of sort of the same area.
Yeah, well.
It's something crazy in Augusta,
It's Augusta.
Yeah. Well, you got to think about it. You got two water ways that run right through there. You got the Walnut that meet over there, and you got the Whitewater River. You got the two rivers that meet. I mean, lots of energy. You never know.
Right. Well, and we kind of seen, like I said, things like that in our investigations out in the country or out in the middle of nowhere. We've seen some strange lights, but these were closer to the ground. And we've talked about them before, Tahlequah, the ghost lights, that type of thing. We were seeing these different multicolored lights surrounding us, basically, out in the cemetery, out in the woods. Like I said, people talked about swamp gas. There's no swamp out there where we were at, so it can't be swamp gas. Jake wasn't with us, so it couldn't be, Jake gas. I'm just kidding around.
Right.
Has any of you ever seen swamp gas?
No, not me personally.
Yeah, I know.
In Louisiana, I've seen some stuff that was kind of strange down by the bayou, but it wasn't green or wasn't a hazy color. But I mean, it was like a thick fog with kind of a.
So it's a fog light. The thing we're talking about, these are glowing balls of light.
Right.
So it's different than what we're experiencing. Hell, we saw it in Wichita at the Maple Grove Cemetery. Jason and I were talking about this last week. I saw it with my own eyes, and we were doing a ghost tour. Jason was I tagged along with, and we saw these ghost lights floating through the cemetery, and they were bright blue. And I saw it with my own eyes, and I just stood there astonished, and I wasn't saying anything at first because that's usually my natural reaction is to assess the environment or the situation at hand. Well, the guess that it was an older woman and I think it was her grandson or her son, I can't remember specifically, but they're staring at this place too. And then one of the other investigators with us, I said, "Do you guys see this blue light?" And they're like, "Okay, we saw that. We didn't know what that was, and we're watching this thing float across the cemetery like a light." And the closer we got, the further it went away from us. It wouldn't stay still. And I've never been able to debunk that. Sorry.
Yeah, I see basically the same lights over there, east and south of the crypts, correct?
Yeah. Well, no, we were standing by the crypts behind us. The,
Yeah.
the mausoleum's right behind us. Well, we were standing on that frontage road that goes around in a circle. We were standing there. This is down in the graves, the actual graves, as you go down the hill. Yeah. So the further you go, and now I know there's a bunch of Civil War people buried there, which doesn't mean anything, but that's the older part of the graves. I don't know what that was, but it was calm and dark, and it was, clear night for the most part. And this thing was floating across the cemetery from quite a bit of ways. I'm talking probably about 100 feet. So I have no idea what I saw, but it wasn't just me that witnessed it. Thank God. It was, like I said, guests that actually witnessed this. Of course, did I pull my camera out and try to film it? Hell no. Why would
That's
I?
right.
Why the heck would I? So I'm reading some of the comments too.
Oh yeah.
No, Carl was just they're talking about swamp gas. It's reflected as the light off of Venus. That's what Dave said. Huh. I didn't know that. And Carl said Sputnik was very unstable at the time. He said its orbit was way lower than today's satellites, so that's why you can see it doing its weird things, basically. I don't know if I've seen satellites before. I think I have, as they get close, but they orbit, in a typical pattern. They orbit the Earth, in the atmosphere, so you can see the pattern of it blinking, basically along the way. Not the erratic behavior when we saw in the video, which hopefully you can see. I can send it to Dan. I'll send it to Dan after the show is over so you can see it better. And I know Jason saw it. He's the one that sent it to me. He told me to look at it before I even, put it up. So it's intriguing. It's sparked my curiosity, my interest, So I'm game. I'm ready to go right now, matter of fact.
Me too.
No, I wish.
Yes.
So, what else, man? What else you got? Any on the subject matter or anything like that? Well, I'll talk about whatever. No, we're not. Nan wants the video too. Sorry, go ahead. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, you guys just stood there frozen. I'm like, you guys still good?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, crazy world right now though. Yeah, man, I really miss investigating. I want to get out there. Oh my God, I want to get out there so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, we gotta wait it out. There's, and as we were talking earlier, there's several teams that are still out there investigating publicly, and it just doesn't make any sense, man.
Yeah.
We got to try to social distance and not bring the public into this, and man, just don't try to push.
Yeah.
It's gonna come back.
You guys were talking about it earlier. Wasn't there a team out of Canada being scrutinized?
I don't know if the couple that was getting scrutinized was in Canada, but it was a Canadian paranormal team that I follow.
Gotcha.
Who follow us too, and they posted a thing about this couple that is still investigating, getting into locations and going and doing this and that,
Right.
and being around people. It's irresponsible. It's stupid and dumb. So
Yeah. Well, I guess as long as you have the permission of the owners and you feel comfortable enough, healthy enough to go do this, you run that risk. Because I noticed there was I found this very intriguing. There is a deaf investigator. She went to the McIntyre this weekend and was filming by herself, solo. Nobody else was there with her. So she's not running a real risk. of anything, unless the virus was there recently or something. But she's doing it herself. I was intrigued by it. I mean, how does a deaf investigator investigate? Number one, because our biggest tool is we use the recorders, the videos to hear and see things. Plus, we use our own ears. I'm intrigued by her. Her name is Josie Roberts, I think her name is. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start following her and kind of getting some background on her. 'Cause I'm curious about how she does things.
Well, maybe she's more up to seeing things or the sensation of.
That's
feeling.
just it. I mean, I had a case recently where the child is autistic, which we don't know. I mean, we know autism to an extent, but they don't really communicate with the common people for that matter. But yet, this child could speak and hear this entity better than the mom could. So it's like, how do they hear? They hear on different levels than we do. Maybe that's how this deaf person is doing. Maybe she's able to use a different sense other than just eyesight, and maybe she hears something that we can't hear. I mean, I don't know. I'm intrigued by her. I would love to try to get some kind of communication with her. I don't know how we would talk to her, but I was curious because at first I was even watching the video, and I knew she was deaf, and I'm watching the video, the broadcast of it, and I'm like, why is it so quiet? She's not asking any questions. Oh, duh. Hey, dummy, she's deaf. She's not going to talk. She can't hear, kind of a thing. It was just, I don't know. It was hard to take that into account, but she stayed there all weekend by herself, and I thought that was pretty fascinating. So I would like to know what she caught, if anything, or how she did her methods, because that's pretty ballsy of her. I don't know if I could do a whole weekend by myself. But you never know.
And first, no, I mean,
You could. I know you could.
I would love to. Just kind of reading some of the comments. So, speaking of investigating, I don't know how we may have to put off we'll still do a 100 episode. I mean, we'll do the in order here, but we may have to put our big 100 episode off. We had big plans to go to a place, do some investigating, some experiments, live on air with you guys, so you could witness this firsthand. But I don't know now. Being 2 episodes away, technically, it's going to be kind of difficult. It just kind of depends with the state of the world that we're in right now. So,
Not going to be any better in 2 weeks. So.
Well, yeah, I don't know. That's just it. And I don't want to put any of you guys in danger or myself for that matter. I mean, I would love to go do it, but so be it. We'll discuss that behind the scenes. So regardless, if the 100 episode happens, we're still gonna have a podcast regardless. We may just have to push the big celebration off for a couple of weeks, a month, whatever, until we can get to that, and then we'll definitely go to a place that we had in mind and do some crazy stuff. That's an episode you don't want to miss. We have some good stuff behind the scenes that we're gonna try, and it's gonna be like I said, a lot of isolation for our investigators. Something we don't like to do because of safety factors, but we'll be able to communicate and see with them. It's just going to be a lot of one-offs by ourselves, which is kind of fun because you never know what you're going to get, and it takes guts on the investigator's side to do this because who's going to hear you? If you got to scream, run, and yell in the dark, who's going to hear you and see you? But I can't wait. It's going to be fun. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But
I'm ready.
I am too. I'm just ready to do anything right now, especially with, like I said, investigating, because some of the stories we were hearing from our clients that were wanting us to come out were pretty intriguing. I mean, they're seeing a lot of weird things, which brings me to my next point. Do you think the state of the world...
Yes.
Hold on. You know I was going to ask, goddammit.
I do. Go ahead.
I'm reading what Carl said, sorry. Carl mentioned he had a society challenge individual one night. The entities weren't happy about it, which I could see that. They know and sense that stuff. I mean, I've done experiments myself. In the moment, I try to use mental telepathy a lot of times and see if they can communicate with me that way. And they responded accordingly before I could even get the question out or ask for them to do a certain thing. It's done it, the entities. So, what?
I'm going to run to the restroom.
Oh, Jesus. Maybe I'll run too and leave Dan by himself.
You guys can handle this for 2 seconds.
Sure. We'll stare at Jason's clock on his wall. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna stare at Jason's clock.
I want to put the Jeopardy theme on right now, so when the clock is going on. Nah, but what I was saying was, oh, fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say now. Do you remember what I was talking about prior to the Carl comment about the?
Yes.
Go ahead.
You're getting ready to see, you believe the state of the world.
Oh,
right
yeah,
now
yeah.
is increasing
That's
paranormal
right.
activity.
That's right.
Yes.
You think that has a play with some of the stuff that's going on as far as paranormal experiences, or do you think it's just because the people are at home more?
Well, I think the anxiety and the anxiousness of the people
Mm-hmm.
are strengthening the energies of
Okay.
said spirits, I believe. I sense that, yes.
Keep going.
So, I mean, of course, there's cases that are calling me right now that are having issues up towards Kansas City.
Right. One of our
And,
cases. Yep.
Yeah. They're having a hard time right now. It's actually getting worse. Of course, they're all home now. All the kids, the parents, they're in place at home, and the energies are strong, and things are getting a lot stronger. And I think the state of the world right now, the energies that everybody is putting off, and the anxiousness is bringing a lot of this energy forward.
That makes sense. Plus, you're getting a stronger, with more people are at home working or whatever in that environment. They're, like you said, it's strengthening the atmosphere. We'll say, charging the air, and it's creating a lot more, maybe more paranormal events happening in their own lives because of that reason. I mean, we do it when we go to investigation. For firsthand, you use EMF pumps. It does the
Yes.
same thing. It reverses the ions in the air to make it do. To put positive, is it negative or positive? Do you know?
On the EMF pump, it's the negative energy. It's in negative ions
In the
that
air.
are feeding out. Yeah.
Yeah. So we charge the air opposite to see if things will increase as far as activity goes. We can feel it when we're in the actual room. Jason's back now. I'll put him back on. We can tell when we're back in the room, whatever. You can feel it, just the EMF in the air is just so much different. I mean, you can feel the waves of electricity, and you can definitely tell. I mean, if you stay in there too long, you can get whatever, sick.
Very nauseous.
Yeah,
sick,
nauseous. Yep.
headaches. Oh my God, headaches. But yeah.
I was reading some of the comments. Yeah, so I didn't know. Jason, we were talking about the current state of the world. If you feel that what's going on is affecting the environment or creating more, paranormal experiences possibly, or anything for that matter. What's your take on it?
It's a lot better for the pollution. That's for sure.
Is it though?
Yeah, actually, they've been showing pictures of cities and stuff from like before lockdowns to
Right.
now.
I guess that makes sense. You're probably not using your cars.
It does. Kind of like what happened with 9/11. Life just kind of stopped, so pollution kind of got a little better. So,
Right.
but no, honestly, I don't know about paranormal. Maybe because we're leaving things alone a little bit instead of everyone diving in constantly to all these haunted locations or
Right.
all that. Maybe it's giving spirits and everything a chance to actually calm down. And
Well, we were talking about it could have a more what's the word I'm looking for, where it can increase the activity in their homes, especially because you're getting more energy with more people staying home,
that could, yeah,
and
true.
creating that extra oomph behind it to get it going, basically. Because especially with all the emotions, I know that was one thing they worried about, people being home. You might see more domestic violence on the rise because of it, because you're all in one house cooped up, and I mean, let's face it, being quarantined sucks. I mean,
And that's just that people and families can't stay together for 2 weeks at home without
right, without
wanting to kill each other. It's like, really, does your all's life suck that bad?
Yeah, it may not be it sucks. It's just, you're not used to being
No.
around that person 24/7 now, and now you have to be. So maybe you're just
Well,
like, you're getting on my nerves.
It's called family for a reason,
Well, yeah, I saw that. People were complaining about having to watch their kids at home. It's like you should be it should be an honor to you get to watch your kids at home and spend that quality time with them. Through the
Exactly.
good and bad, man. I mean, not everything's no roses, basically, but you still have the opportunity to spend quality time with your family. But some people are
It
just negative.
drives Corey insane about how mothers and parents, after 2 days of having their kids at home, they're like, I just want to kill them, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. And it's like, come on, get over it. It's like 2 weeks, maybe 3, but things will go back to normal
Yeah,
eventually.
hopefully.
So,
I don't know. I've been watching, a lot of people have been watching those zombie movies from like I Am Legend to Contagion to 28 Days Later. It's like people are getting themselves psyched up for the war, I guess, on zombies or
but
coronavirus zombies.
But even Contagion and I Am Legend, they had a vaccine. They found a vaccine eventually.
Well, and I know they're working on vaccines behind the scenes right now, but
It takes 18 months. It takes a long time. Take a year and a half. It takes a long time. We weren't expecting this.
Yeah, I did see there's a guy based out of KU Med, I believe, here in Wichita that he's working on one of the vaccines. He was able to help with one of the previous ones that happened, and he came up with part of a team, came up with a solution to combat one of them. I can't remember if it was, I don't remember what it was. It was something in the last 10 years. What'd you say?
The original, because the one we're battling right now is like it's a mutation from the original.
Right. And the thing is, people, Zombieland, as David said. Yeah, that too, that movie. Don't forget part 2.
No, not Zombieland. That ends up killing Bill Murray.
I know.
That sucks.
But yeah, no, and apparently they're thinking that this virus had been around even longer than we knew about. I mean, they're thinking people that had it last year, were sick. I was sick for a good solid month myself. I was thinking, man, maybe did I have that shit and I didn't know about it? I don't think I did, but you never know. Hell,
Right.
I mean, this thing is crazy, but it's the fact that I think that people are focused on it so much that's upsetting so many people that they don't want to believe in it.
And the fact that they're coming up with some of the most bullshit conspiracy theories I've ever heard.
Well, go ahead, speak on some of them. You were talking about that off air earlier. What have you heard about the conspiracy theories behind it?
Good Lord. Okay. There is no virus. That the two ships that are coming into port, the Comfort and the Mercy, are actually here to help rescue and deliver all the children that have been sick through sex trafficking and just human trafficking altogether. And all these kids are underground. They're extracting them from underground, and there's tents and everything in Central Park. That's where they are picking them up, but they have to go slowly because these children haven't seen the day of light at all their entire life. Now, this is coming from, obviously batshit crazy people. Yes, that in the next 2 weeks, if you listen to the president, who was given to us by the grace of God in 2016, fuck it. I don't care what your sign is or whatever.
I was going to say, careful.
I don't believe it. Whatever. Because the grace of God doesn't command adultery on every single wife. Okay. Anyway.
Soapbox kicked aside.
But they say that the president kept saying in the next 2 weeks it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse.
Right.
That these people are saying that if you listen to what his words are, it's talking about how we're going to be delivering all these children back to humanity. That our money that we're getting is not directly to us. It's to help take care of all these children. I'm like, when did we go from a virus that's killing thousands of people to all of a sudden now it's sex trafficking? I just don't get it.
I don't know.
But they photographs of Central Park with these tents and all this stuff. It's like, and people walking around with masks and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, and that's not Central Park. But it's all these people coming up with these crazy conspiracy theories. Wake up, open your eyes, and you're not seeing the truth about this. And I'm like, so everybody in Italy who's dead, that was nothing. We paid them off. Oh, I got it. Okay, that's right. Paid that off for actors. You know, what I mean, thousands people that you just had to pay off for millions and billions and trillions. Oh wait, we just wrote that check for how many trillion? Shit, that's where the money's coming from.
Oh shit! I triggered Jason. My bad.
No, it's just,
Well, I mean,
you know,
people's thought
at
processes
work,
are crazy. Go ahead.
I'm at work and I'm reading the news, and you know, I'm keeping up with everything that's going on around the world, and it's tragic, you know.
Right.
And then you get on Facebook and you see all these lunatics with all these ideas
Right.
of how already, you know, they have become super geniuses and experts on what's happening because they've read some posts or whatever.
I
And,
get you. I get you.
It's,
Well, and
it's
this
just,
this the same geniuses that won't eat Chinese food because they think it comes from China, and they won't drink the Corona beer because they think it's part of the virus. I mean, it's the same people. But I did see the Corona beer factory shut down because of this, because they're losing sales because of this crap, and they're just, well, part of it's because of their workers. They want to make sure they're okay, but it's just like, come on, people, it can't be that serious. I mean, as far as that end of the spectrum, but the virus itself is, yes, it is a real thing. It is serious. The reason why it's such a big to do is because we don't have a vaccine for it. We can't treat it. Yes, the flu killed more people last year. Yes, but
actually,
what? What? At one point.
the flu kills like 0.1% of the population, whereas here in America we're already at 2%. You know,
Right.
Italy is at I think 12% death rate.
Right.
You know? The flu, yes, does kill people, but we've already hit that in about 2 months period.
With
the
this
world's
virus.
already hit that death rate
Yeah.
and has gone beyond that death rate. So therefore, no, it's not the flu, and it's not the same percentage.
Right. It's crazy. The whole thing is crazy. It's just an uncertainty that behind it that's making it so everybody's getting these crazy ass ideas. Part of it, but
Yeah.
it's sad when you start seeing the celebrities that haven't made it. I mean, there's quite a few I've been seeing that are passing away because of this. And I mean, not just celebrities. I'm talking about everybody,
yeah,
anybody that's passed away, but the people that you actually know and like, whoa, that person died because of it. Holy shit! I mean,
when I heard Joe Diffie died from it,
Diffie.
that hurt.
yeah,
I grew up listening to his music.
right.
Yeah.
And Tom Dempsey died overnight. He was the guy that had the NFL record for the longest field goal in history for 63 yards back in the 60s from the Saints, who did it with a club foot. He had, or not a club foot. He missing half of his foot, and he set the NFL record. He passed away. It's just like, it's crazy. I mean, first they were saying if you had the pre-existing condition, you were more susceptible to this, or of a certain age. Well, now it doesn't have an age, no number, no pre-existing. There was a baby that just passed away, a newborn that passed away recently. There's been a 12-year-old that has it.
Teenagers, yeah.
I mean,
12-year-old.
it doesn't have a number. It doesn't have a stipulation. It is what it is. It's a virus and it's out there and it sucks because it's ruining everybody's lives right now. Hell, you can't buy toilet paper anywhere because of this. I mean, simple shit. I mean, this is crazy.
Like, when it's like attacks your lungs and your breathing and everything. Go, what do we do in America? We buy the toilet paper out.
I mean, you can't get toilet paper. You can't get
all I
paper
can
towels.
think about is like, you're stuck in a house for 2 weeks. What the fuck are you eating so bad to yourself that you're going to be in the bathroom that much wiping your butt?
Well, I get it. I get it, backstocking it just to have on hand. That way you don't have to go out into the world to go buy more. But when you're doing it for the wrong reasons, trying to sell it, overprice it, to the people that can't get it, that's where it becomes a problem. Of course, they've stopped all that shit now. You can't do it on Amazon. You can't do it on eBay. Those price the people are overpricing.
Craigslist, $2 a roll right now.
Yeah. I heard about that guy who bought all that hand sanitizer, the 17,000 cases, and now he's what?
17,000.
Now he has all the sanitizer, but I thought didn't they confiscate it? Somebody said.
They gave away.
Yeah, he got in trouble for it
Right.
because Amazon and everybody's shutting down and blocking, trying to sell it. So he donated it to some charity thing.
Yeah.
Because he went out all that money to buy 17,000 bottles.
Right.
Couldn't sell it because everybody's like, no, you're a dick. So he donated it.
That's good. Well, and once again, I said this before in a previous podcast. Hand sanitizers, most of it kills bacterial. You have to have a certain type. It's microbial that helps with the virus. So you need that type of sanitizer, number one. But they say soap does just as good. I mean, wash your damn hands. You should be doing that anyway. I mean, I'm a big freaking. These guys could probably attest to it. I have some tendencies that are, border on maniacal OCDs. I mean, when it comes to equipment, I used to have to put it away myself because I had it a certain way, and they used to make fun of me for it, all this shit. So it's just OCD. But well, it goes with hand washing. Wash your damn hands. Don't be gross. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Jason?
After the end of every single investigation, we're all tired, ready to go home, and we're packing up, and we have everything out by your car, and there you are putting it away all a certain way to fit into your car. We're always asking, do you need help? And you're like, no, back off.
It's just OCD, man. But like I said,
well, if we tried to put it away, it wouldn't fit right, and you wouldn't be able to close your car.
That's part of it. Plus, I don't know. It's just me. I'm that way even with my kids. So I mean, I'm like, don't touch my stuff. But no,
I kind of like that.
like I said, it's just my own personal preference. But no, like I said, don't be gross, people. Wash your hands, take showers, whatever Try to preserve your life.
Step away from people, because your spit. You don't know that you're doing it, but you spit when you talk. That's going to go into your eyes, other people's eyes, mouth, nose, everything.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that and sneeze, man. Have you seen a picture of a sneeze ever? It's a big freaking cloud of grossness that you're sneezing out in the air. Cover your goddamn mouth. Cough into your elbow. Sneeze into your elbow.
I saw a photograph of like the city, like a certain block of the city, and they said if you could see it, would you still go outside? And everywhere in the air, they have in place millions of the bacteria floating around, and they're like, would you just stay home and just do everybody to stay the hell home?
Right.
Which is true. It's like the movie Outbreak.
You're right.
Coughing, sneezing, and everything in the theater, and yet you have everybody, like the one girl who's laughing, and you can see the spit coming from her mouth. They pause on it, float over, and it's going into everybody. You're eating popcorn, and that is going right into your mouth. Everything. It's gross if you think about it.
It is.
We are gross if you think about it. We really are. We put anything to help ourselves.
This is the nastiest thing you could have on you next to money. Your damn cell phones. You guys take them into the bathroom with you to read the news, to play games, watch Facebook. Think about the matter of fecal matter that's on this phone alone. I'm just kidding.
They say that every time you flush the toilet, fecal matter flies up into the air around you.
Mythbusters did a thing on it. You ever watch that? Mythbusters?
What's that? Yeah.
The TV show. Remember that show that was out? They did a test on that. They put a toothbrush in the toilet, in the bathroom with them. They put one out in the middle of the shop, clear away from it. I don't know how many yards it was. They did the same test over the days, whatever, and that fecal matter had more on that toothbrush, just as much out there in the shop than it did in the goddamn bathroom with them. So I mean, the shit travels. No pun intended. Well, pun intended. The shit travels. So, but. It's crazy. Like I said, just be safe out there. Wash your hands. Take precaution. Just be washing your hands no matter what you do. I don't know how many times I work in a business, a public business, where I don't know how many times I've been in the bathroom, and somebody goes to the bathroom, comes out of the toilet where they've been, pooping probably, and they go from there out the door. I'm like, oh my God, that's gross, dude. Wash your hands. Luckily, on our doors, we have the little things where you can use your foot to kick the door open, so you don't have to touch the handles. So that's nice, but you know, it's gross. I mean, that's nasty. I mean, I do some gross stuff in my life. I'm not immune from it, but it's just I try to take precautions, wash the
Nothing
hands,
like
and
that,
yeah,
man.
that's gross. I
No.
don't know how many times I've taken a shower. I've taken 4 or 5 showers in a day because I've been that crazy. So OCD, man. What can I say? So I think we're winding down here. We got about 5 minutes left in the show. Well, 5 minutes on the actual time, almost 9 o'clock here. So we'll cut it. We'll stay on track here tonight. So since it's almost over. Hey, there's Charlene. Told you she watches, Jason.
I know.
We missed you, Charlene. We'll be contacting you soon once this all craziness quits, so we can come out and visit you again. So I can't wait to see that. It's been a while, a couple years since we've been out there.
Yeah.
So and we got some other stuff to do out there besides just the main place we go out there. We're talking about. So we're talking about Oberlin, the Decatur County Last Indian Raid Museum. One of our favorite spots because the activity is crazy out there. We've had some good results out. Not crazy in a bad way, crazy in a good way with the results. So that's why we go to the same places, the Oberlins, the Dodge City Santa Fe depots, because we have great results. I mean, we can't refute it. The guests have a great time out there with us. Plus, you get to see history, man. That's what I love about it. These places are historical. The items they have in there are historical. So we get some great evidence that way and great experiences that way too. So
We'll be getting into 2 new places here soon too.
maybe.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking Dodge.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about
Dodge, yes.
But also in October. That is, I believe, still a go. So
which one?
No.
Oh, October.
yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, cool.
More
So
things to talk about. I don't want to talk about now because who knows if it'll happen in the next few months. So
right, as soon as we think we get everything planned and ready to go, things happen. Unfortunately, it takes a turn or whatever. So we don't want to jinx ourselves, but so just reading some of the comments still. Carl's talking about the pure DC water. So
Oh no, I'm not drinking that. No.
yeah, I was raised on that. Look at the human I turned out to be. A fantastic human. I'm just kidding.
Exactly.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Don't be like me. Nah, but we're about ready to wrap it up here. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in this evening. Sorry about the initial troubles. As you can see, things are running better now. Honestly, it's probably, I think David mentioned it earlier, it could be the fact that so many people are still trying to, work from home, school from home. I mean, the world's an unstable place as far as the internet goes right now. So I don't know how many times throughout the day as I work from home, my internet drops because of so many people using it everywhere. And it is what it is. We'll make it through. We made it to this hour, or 2 hours, luckily. So with that being said, we'll definitely be back next week with another podcast. And hopefully we can work out some of the kinks again, work out the bugs, the gremlins, get them out of here so we can get a good, solid podcast. We have more videos to show that I want to go over and just talk about things and play things for you guys. And we love doing this. That's why we're here every Sunday night. So, but I think that's a wrap for myself. I'm Leo. The guys down below, they're Dan and Jason. Make sure before we leave, make sure you like our channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn notifications on. That way when we go live, you go live with us. Because you never know. I've been talking behind the scenes about going live randomly throughout the week for whatever reason. So I might jump on. Jason may jump on. Dan may jump on. One of the guys may jump on. So you never know. So make sure you get turn notifications on. That way you can go live with us. But make sure you hit like this episode too. And tell your friends. Tell us about it. Tell them about us, should I say. And let them know what's going on here. We have some fun stuff to talk about. As you guys know, we have some of our own personal experiences, and we have stuff we haven't discovered yet. So we're going to be diving into weird areas, the UFOs, the whatever. So stay tuned. But all right, I'm out of breath.
All right.
I'm Leo. That's Jason. That's Dan. Saying good night, y'all. See you guys.
Everybody. Have a good week. Stay safe.
Bye, guys.